What's going on, guys? It's Daniel from Mischief Motorsports, and in this episode we're going to be doing a DIY carbon fiber intake tube. So the reason I'm doing this is because the current cold air intake that I have on the car reuses the stock rubber coupler that kind of looks kind of funny. And since I don't like the way that looks, I'm going to make one myself. I looked online for replacements and all of them are way too expensive. The most popular one is the Maltoon, and that's not going to cut it. So what I went and did is I bought some an epoxy kit off Amazon. It comes with the resin and the hardener, and then I also bought a roll of carbon fiber. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to my car, measure everything, model that coupler in some 3D software, and then print the 3D design out, and then use this and make a part. Let's head down to the car and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hey, so it's probably pretty unprofessional of me, but I guess that's not the way we do it at Mischief Motorsports. But yeah, so this little piece right here is what I'm talking about. Like you can see, it's scuffed up because of when I took it out and did the dimensions and all that. But it does rub right off. I have no idea why it does that. Like, it's stupid. I don't like it. But yeah, that's why we're getting rid of it. So yeah, this piece right here is same for the most part. It's a little rough. It's not quite exactly the same. Yeah, see, this doesn't hold together super well, so I'll just have to hold it. But yeah, so it just takes that shape right there, and then I'm gonna have to get some hose clamps and 2 rubber like couplers to put this bad boy on once it's done. But yeah, like I said, I don't have a lot done in the engine bay, but it'll definitely clean it up and give this entire tube a finished look. Hey guys, we're now on day 2 of the carbon fiber part. So I've let it cure for about 24 hours now, like it's recommended, and it's looking pretty good. So here is the part. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out the blue 3D printed material that's on the inside, and to do that I'm going to use the Dremel and cut each side of it and pull the carbon fiber off. The carbon fiber is finally off of the 3D printed part, and it went pretty well. It was really tough. It took about half an hour, I'd say. It was quite a long time. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks pretty good. It definitely will need more layers of carbon fiber. So I think what my plan is now is I'm gonna tape it back into a full tube, and then do the spray adhesive like I did the first time, lay the carbon fiber, do one layer of epoxy, and then while the epoxy's wet, do a second layer of carbon fiber, epoxy that, and let the whole thing dry. I think with the 3 layers, it should be good strength-wise. So I'll get to that, and I will see you guys when it's finished. So I guess I should explain a little bit more about what I'm doing. So for cutting the carbon fiber, what I found works best is if you take some masking tape and go around the edges and then cut it. That way you don't get a whole bunch of this fraying like this. This one's stitched because it's the outside edge of the piece that we got, but on the piece that I did before, you could see like all of these edges that are absolutely garbage. Let's see. Yeah, see all this right here? Yeah. To prevent that, all it takes is just wrapping or masking the tape on the edges of your carbon fiber before you cut. And then obviously do it on the back of your piece, whichever you determine is the back, not the front, because you can just leave it on. When you lay the carbon fiber, you won't be able to see it. So, today's the day. The last day of making the carbon fiber piece. It's beautiful. It's so nice. I'll probably have a little bit of sanding to do, but I don't think so. With the epoxy I chose and everything, like, it's one that like turns out crystal clear. It doesn't require like the sanding and polishing and everything, and it turned out amazing. I just have a little bit more cutting to do, and it's done. Well, minus the fact I still haven't gotten couplers and stuff, but that doesn't matter. We're talking about the part. So yeah, here it is. So yeah, I still have like the excess to cut off and everything, but it's so beautiful. Yeah, here's the part there. You can kind of see the seam where it's like not exactly smooth. I want to sand that down smooth, and then probably maybe re-epoxy the seam, because like right here is perfectly fine, but it's kind of sharp right there, and I want to redo it. But yeah, this thing is hard, solid, and I love it. But yeah, so I'll get to cutting and I'll show you what it looks like. So the finished part is finally here, and I have to say I'm really happy with it. For it being my first time doing anything like this, I think it turned out really well. Like, there's definitely some areas that I could improve on for next time, but like I said, for it being the very first carbon fiber part, or I mean like part that I've made myself, I'm extremely happy with the results. I was able to sand most of the stuff off that was either cloudy or had bubbles, and I was able to gloss over it, and the finish looks really good. There's a slight cloudiness to it, but I'm okay with that. And the edges are for the most part clean, and it's carbon fiber. What can you be upset about? So I would definitely like 100% do this again. I'm almost thinking about making another one of these just so I can improve and see what I can do better. And like, it's cool to be able to say that you made something yourself that's going on your car. Like, as car enthusiasts, having this passion, like, it's one thing to work on your car and like buy something, install it, like that's great, but to say that you physically made something that you're using on your car, granted, like this isn't like a super like performance piece or like super vital piece of the intake, but like it's gonna look good, it's gonna perform slightly better than what was already in there, since it's got smooth edges on the inside and keeps the same diameter as the entire intake pipe. But it just feels good to know that like I made this. So as of right now, it's looking like the couplers and stuff that I ordered aren't going to get here for probably about a week and a half. So it's been about a week and I finally got the couplers in. Ooh. 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 That's gonna look good. No extra goodies. But yeah, that's gonna look good. Day's finally here to put it on the car, and I am so excited. This thing looks sweet, and yeah, it's actually going on the car today. So I'll see you down at my car. So as I said before, this piece right here is the one I'm going to be replacing today, and this is what's going in. So I'll see you once I take that out. So there they are out together. I took those hose clamps off because I'm going to reuse them on the new part, but it's going right there now. So there it is, fully installed. This coupler is a little bit too long. I might go in and shorten it later, but for now it's doing the job. There's the old piece, everything's in, and it looks fantastic. I love it. And so I didn't say this before, but to get this out, all you need is either a ratchet extension or a screwdriver kind of like this, and an 8mm socket, and you can take everything out that you need to. I guess that's all for now. Like, comment, subscribe. Welcome to the Mischief Motorsports family. See you next time.